What's good, Court 30 fam? It's your boy Mo. I'm here with Mike, and today we are going to talk about Week 3 predictions. But first of all, I got to ask my man's Mike, how's he feeling? How's life treating him? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Life is so great right now. I'm gonna be honest. Everything is flowing right. Our numbers are going up, and I'm seeing y'all on this podcast, bruh. Get us road to 1K, road to
Facts.
1K. Follow the Instagram, YouTube, all that. We still gonna say on the outro, but other than that, I'm cooling, bro. I'm loving life. You know, football season's right here. College football
Right.
season's right here. Baseball's right there. Boxing's right there. It's so much going on. So I'm in a terrific mood anytime there's a lot of sports going on.
Hey, man, that's what I like to hear. You know, I wish I could say the same things, but my Ravens are 0-2. And everybody knows how high I hold the Ravens. The Ravens doing bad, I'm having a bad week. It's the worst week ever. I haven't had a great week. You know, haven't had a great few weeks. I've seen a lot of comments. You know, I had to make that video about us losing again. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you love DMing me, and I seen the comments about the Ravens and stuff. I get it. Okay?
But bro, y'all haven't started 0-2 since 2015. That's a big deal.
Yeah, and we went 5-11 that year. Man, you know, one funny thing about 2015, that's actually the only time I've ever cried at a football game. The only time. It was against the Jaguars, and I think it was Elvis Doomerville. We had the game in the bag. Blake Bortles throws the ball incomplete. This man roughs the passer. They get in the field goal range, kick the field goal, and we lose the game. I was so mad. I was crying, Mike.
Bro.
Not my best moment. But 0-2, you know, we've only been 0-3 once in this franchise's history, in this 29-year history.
But for me, Mo, I can expect that. And that's sad to say as a fan, but I can expect the Giants to be 0-2.
Right.
You know, it don't surprise me because you know who we had back there. We're not going to get into that argument. Your Duke product stinks. Duke stinks in general. Anyways,
Duke don't stink. You know, we whooping Middle Tennessee State right now as we speak. Last I checked, it was 45-17. Let's go. Come on now.
North Carolina's better than Duke. Stand on it.
Who?
North Carolina, basketball-wise, is better than Duke.
Okay, we'll see. Hey, I seen they had AJ Dibansa today, but that's a whole nother conversation, you know what I'm saying? Yes, Mike, you do expect your team to go 0-2. Did I expect to go 0-2 this year? No, I do not. And later on in this video, you all will see if I think we go 0-3 or if I think we go 1-2. You know, we're going to stick that for later on in the video. But, Mike, you got anything else to say before we get into these matchups, man? This critical Week 3 matchup for me.
I'm excited. To film this because I got a lot to say about these matchups. But life is great all the time. Anytime we get to go up, anytime we get to see another day, it's a blessing. So let's get this.
Amen
let's get this show
brother.
On the road, man. Let's get this show on the road.
Get it on the road. All right, Mike. So first and foremost, we have your team, the Giants, going up against the Cleveland Browns. How do you think that will go?
I don't know about that one. The Browns. See, the Browns are shaky right now. You know why? Because
real shaky.
They had a bad week against Dallas, and Dallas is still not a good football team. For anybody out there, I'm pointing at the camera for all y'all Cowboys fans. Y'all are still not good. But you know, the Browns had a bad week against them, and they beat the Jaguars last week. I feel like Deshaun Watson's performance was okay. He got over 100 passing yards, and passed, I believe, at a higher at 60%, 60-70% through the air. So I don't, Mo. I'm gonna be honest.
What's up?
I'm going with the G-Men this week. I'm going with the G-Men because
you're going with the Giants?
I'm going with my Giants finally this week because I don't believe in the Browns. I believe in my G-Men more than the Browns. And if we continue to feed Malik Neighbors the ball like we did against the Commanders last week. Yeah, he dropped that pass last week, but he's going to recover from it. He's a rookie, and he still had 128 receiving yards last game. So I'm rolling with my G, man, tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I personally have the Browns. I have the Browns winning. I think the Browns secondary is good enough to cover your receiving group straight up. I think it won't be a pretty game by any means. I think it'll be like a somewhat how the Browns game was last week and somewhat how y'all game was last week. Just a lot of field goals, not that many touchdowns. I do have the Browns winning that one. Next, we got the Red Hot Saints. Hot Saints versus the Philadelphia Eagles coming off that tragic loss against the Falcons. I'm gonna start this one off. I think New Orleans is gonna win. I think they keep the roll going. I don't know. I feel that Derek Carr's playing out of his mind. He's being aggressive, throwing the deep ball. Rashid Shaheed has shown that he's a top 3 deep target in the league the last 2 years for a reason. Most deep touchdowns, like 50-plus yard touchdowns in the league. He's got like 8 of them and only 11 career touchdowns. Like, he's liable to go deep any single time. Pause, no diddy. But, yeah, I just think the Eagles, I don't know, they're looking a little shaky right now, man. They're looking a little shaky. But I do think they'll figure it out eventually. I just don't think they will this game. Mike, what do you think about that game?
You know who I'm rolling with? I was telling you about this off camera. I'm rolling with the Saints. The Saints are the hot red team in the NFL right now. And Derek Carr, there's 3 really good quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold. The 3 people that we didn't anticipate to do that well this year, you know?
Right.
And I wish Zay was in this video. You know
right, what? Right. Zay tried to tell us.
Zay tried to
tell us. Shout out Zay, man.
Shout out to Zay, but he tried to tell us that Baker Mayfield was going to go crazy this year, and I wasn't taking it too far, too good. But I believe that this goes to the Saints because they decimated Dallas last week. They decimated Carolina in week 1. But more importantly, they have scored on every single drive, Mo. Bro, that's insane. They have Bro, that means, for people who don't understand, every time Derek Carr has touched the ball, he has led his team to score. And Alvin Kamara is looking like a top back this year. Their defense is looking great. Chris Olave is looking good. The Saints. I'm choosing the Saints easily.
I like that. All right. Next, we got the Texans and we got the Vikings. Battle of undefeated right here. I think this will be a very interesting matchup. But I'm going to let you start off with this one, Mike.
I'm riding with C.J. Stroud and them. C.J. Stroud is honestly my favorite quarterback in the league, and that's the truth. I would never say Daniel Jones is my favorite quarterback in the league for everybody out there because I just can't put that lie to y'all. But I'm rocking with C.J. Stroud and Texans because they've been looking terrific. Defensively, offensively, Nico Collins has been a monster. He's number 1 in receiving yards this year. And honestly, the Texans just look so complete in every aspect of their game. And yeah, y'all might have said Joe Mixon got hurt, but Cam Akers is going to step up to the challenge and run good for them too.
Right, Cam Akers, he been starting in this league too, man.
Yeah, so, and did you see, we're going to get into that a little later when we talk about the Bears matchup, but Mo, I know you seen what Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson did last week to Caleb Williams.
Oh, of course. I did see that. I did see that.
Destroyed him. So I'm riding with my Texans. Riding with them, C.J. Stroud.
Okay, Texans, C.J. Stroud. Okay, I think the Texans are going to win too. I was really thinking hard about it because Sam Darnold has played really well.
Balling out.
Contrary to my belief, me and my brother, we go back and forth about it because my brother's a Niners fan and he used to be on the Niners, and I said Sam Darnold was trash because he is trash, but he's playing very well, and I got to give credit where credit is due, but I do think the Texans do win. I think it'll be like around like 24-20 or something, I think it'll be a good game. Battle of the undefeateds. I do think Texas wins. Next, we have the Bucks versus the Broncos. I'm gonna start it off with this one. Baker Mayfield. Hey, like we said earlier, Zay tried to tell us this man is balling. This man is balling. Now, last game, it was an ugly one a little bit, especially since they didn't score in the fourth quarter. But they did what they had to do to win against a good Detroit Lions team. But I do think the Bucks are going to beat them because the Broncos, they haven't really shown much so far this year. And I don't think they're going to do it now. Todd Bowles has an amazing defense. So, yeah, I think this will be. I don't think it'll be a close game, but I think the Broncos score some at the end to make it look close. But Mike, let me hear what you got to say about this game. You know what I'm saying?
You gave the benefit of the doubt by saying the Broncos were going to score a little bit. I think, let's be honest right now. If anything,
hey man,
we gotta be
Nix.
honest.
I like Bo Nix. I was trying to.
I love Bo Nix too, but let's be honest real quick. The Bucks are gonna kill them. The Broncos are absolutely pitiful. I'm sorry. I
They're
don't
trash.
think that they win past 5 games this year.
Dang.
So I'm easily riding with the red hot Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield right now. That's no question.
Okay. Next one. This should be an interesting one. Packers Titans. As you know, Packers are without Jordan Love, so it will be a Malik Willis return game. It's gonna be Malik Willis versus Will Levis. Mike, what do you think that game's gonna happen? Who do you think wins, and what do you think happens?
You almost laugh even saying that. You know what the answer's going to be. You know what the answer is going to be, bro. Packers easily blowout. It's bad for the Titans when your quarterback is a meme.
Hey,
your quarterback is a meme.
This man Will Levis, man, he on your knees with your hands on your head in the middle of a football play is crazy. Crazy.
Hey, man.
This man out here doing all these Mayo commercials. You need to lock in.
I was seeing that last week. And I was going to text you about that. I was like, why does Will Levis have a commercial? Why am I seeing him on my TV?
Because he loves mayonnaise. He puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Hey, ooh, that's
let that
vicious.
Sink in. Let that sink in.
That's vicious.
Puts mayonnaise
I'm
in
not
his
gonna lie
coffee.
to you.
Bro, trying to tell you, that boy weird. But with that being said, I'm still choosing the Titans to win. Now, here's why I'm choosing them to win. Here's why I'm choosing them to win.
Are you crazy?
Here's why I'm choosing them to win, right? I think Malik Willis is not a good quarterback at all.
He proved it last week.
Malik Willis, because in his first few starts in the league, he has had one of the worst passer ratings in history. Okay? If you were to spike the ball every single play, you would still have a higher QBR than what Malik Willis had. That's all I needed to see. Now, last week, they were running the ball very well, but let's be real. I don't think that the Titans. I think the Titans are pretty bad, but I don't think they're gonna just roll over like the Packers are gonna really do something to them. So I think the Will Levis has an okay game. He's probably gonna have a bonehead play of the week. If there was a Shaq and a fool in the NFL, he'd be on there every single week. But yeah, I have the Titans winning this one. I think it's gonna. I said an interesting game jokingly. I think it's gonna be probably the worst game of the weekend, honestly. But Titans beats Packers. Mike, you say Packers beats Titans. Let's see who's right. Either way, me and Mike really don't care about this game.
One word though, Josh Jacobs over 140 rushing yards last week.
Josh Jacobs is him, but I just think Malik Willis sucks, so I'm not choosing them. Next we got the Bears and the Colts. Mike,
the Bears and the Colts. People are saying the Colts aren't that great, but I think they're gonna be an okay team this year. I think that Anthony Richardson is gonna show that he could step up and be that leader that they need. Granted, this is really his first full recovered year, so I do realize that, but that's a hard one. I'm gonna have to go with the Colts because I'm not too fond on the Bears because the Titans, anyone who beats the Titans, it's like, okay, cool. But what I seen last week, granted, the Texans are a better team than the Colts. But the Colts had the Texans in a tight fight. The Bears, once that second half happened, Caleb Williams was hurting. No, Mo, there's a meme of this man was staring up at the sky. They showed him and Justin Fields side by side, and it was like, oh, every Bears quarterback has been through that. So I strongly think the Colts are going to win. And I have a lot to say about Caleb Williams, but I'm going to let you get your pick in before we get into that conversation.
I have the Colts winning. I think that Caleb Williams, I think he does have a better game. I think he throws for his first touchdown this week. I think he goes for 2 touchdowns, but I don't think they really do anything outside of that. I do have Anthony Richardson having an amazing game because I'm a huge Anthony Richardson fan. He was on my fantasy team. So, but you said you had something to say about Caleb?
Yeah, I had to ask you something. Do you think that because some people are speculating that he's going to be a bust, do you think Caleb Williams will be a bust in the NFL?
No. I don't think he's going to be a bust because he's a competitor. He's got the arm talent. He was able to will USC's trash defense last year. I'm sure he can. He just needs an O-line. Like not even the full O-line. Like literally just get one side good. Like the left side, let the left side or the right side be good. You know what I'm saying? Give him 1 to 2 more seconds. Bro, he's going to be up there. I don't want to label him a bust 2 games into his career, so nah.
I will definitely point out he played better in the first half, for sure, in last week's game against the Texans. But once it came to that second half, he was getting hit left and right. Oh, my goodness. Right. I was feeling them hits for him. I was like, Coach, take him out. Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson were playing a game. They were taking turns with him. So, therefore, you cannot. I don't know. So, Caleb Williams, man, he just gotta toughen up in the NFL. Because he can't, this isn't college, bro. This isn't, I know you seen that play last week where he tried to break off tackles and end up throwing a pick to Derek Stingley. No, Kamari Lisman. I'm sorry. Love him. I think he's gonna be a great talent. But I believe that, I'm not gonna keep rambling on, but y'all know how I feel about Caleb Williams.
Alright, next game. We got Chargers versus Steelers. I'm gonna start it off real quick. I do have the Chargers winning because I want to see the Steelers lose. 1, 2, I think J.K. Dobbins, he's forever a Raven. He's gonna go crazy. Now, one thing I am looking forward to is to see if Joe Alt gets rushed against by T.J. Watt. Joe Alt obviously has been one of the best rookies. He's put out some good film so far, and T.J. Watt's been dominating as always. But yeah, I do have the Chargers winning this one. I think it'll be a close game. Actually, no. You know what? I take it back. I think the Chargers are going to blow out the Steelers. Steelers offense sucks. I think they have do they even have a touchdown this year? I don't think they do. They might have one. The Steelers offense suck. They're ran by Arthur Smith. I think the Chargers blow them out. Sorry. I just had to get that out.
I don't think they blow them out. You actually sound absolutely... That's a preposterous statement right there because you got to think of the fact that their defense will not allow that, Mo. Their defense is probably the best in the league. If we're going beyond,
we can't sit here and act like Chargers ain't been playing good defense too.
Yes, the Chargers defense is good, but what receiver they going to throw it to? Quentin Johnston?
All right, Quentin Johnston scored 2 touchdowns last week.
But are we going to compare Quentin Johnston to the Steelers secondary? Are we going to do that?
Okay, and the Steelers only have George Pickens. And I'm okay with George Pickens versus Asante Samuel or whoever else they want to line up, I don't think Justin Fields is going to dice up the Chargers
No,
defense.
I don't
It's
believe
not going to
that.
happen.
But I think the Chargers will lose because the Steelers defense is so dominant. I think what will happen is the Steelers will score like that. It will be literally like the Steelers versus the Falcons. I believe that the Steelers will win based off strictly field goals because their offense is pathetic. I'm gonna be honest with you, but
Terrible.
we can't say Quentin Johnson is going to get past Minka Fitzpatrick and who's their other corner?
Joey Porter Jr. That's cool.
Joey Porter
that's
Jr.,
cool.
yeah.
No, that's cool. No, but we gotta understand, they're not the Chargers. These aren't the same old Chargers. They're not just airing the ball out anymore. They're going to run the ball. This is Jim Harbaugh we are talking about.
Oh yeah, they're going to run the ball. That was easy.
He's going to run the ball, and I believe J.K. Dobbins has been playing so well this year.
Oh, he's been playing tremendous.
And he's a Raven at heart. You got to say he's a Raven at heart. He's going to destroy the Steelers' defense. He's going for 120 yards and 2 tuds.
You're crazy.
120 yards and 2 tuds. That's
crazy.
my boy, Ja'Kalen Dobbins. Ja'Kalen Dobbins.
Is Justin Herbert going to be able to hand the ball off to him?
Yes. Come on now.
You must have forgot.
Yes.
You must have forgot that Steelers defense.
Hey, man. Listen, Pittsburgh ain't nothing. They ain't on nothing. Next game. Dolphins versus Seahawks. I wish Zay was here to talk about his Seahawks. I have the Seahawks winning. Dolphins, I don't. If Tua's not in there, I don't have much faith in them. So
yeah, their backup stinks. So I'll go with the Seahawks. I'm gonna keep that short and simple.
Okay, next game we got Panthers versus Raiders. Mike, I'm gonna let you start it all.
That's simple. Raiders. That was easy. You know why? Because Gardner Minshew is actually a cool quarterback. Now, don't get me wrong, because people going to throw shade at me. I'm not saying that Gardner Minshew is a great quarterback, but he's a good enough quarterback to get the job done and get the ball to Devontae Adams and Brock Bowers. Hey, Mo, you know a little something about that, don't you?
Listen, hey, Gardner Minshew, this man beat us when he was on the Colts last year. He beat us this year. Gardner Minshew played well when he was on the Eagles. I don't understand why if people hate on Gardner Minshew and think he's not a good quarterback, listen, he's been in multiple situations in the last 5 years, and everywhere he goes, he wins. He's just a winner. I think Gardner Minshew's a good quarterback. Yeah, he beat us. Anytime we see Gardner Minshew, I just know we're gonna lose. But yeah, they're beating the Panthers. Mike, also really quickly, what did you think about the Bryce Young benching?
Oh man, I feel bad for Bryce Young. You know why? Because he's a really good person, and not just along with that, he played very good at Alabama. You know, he won a Heisman and he did his due diligence there. And coming into the league, I feel 50-50 with it because when you look at his stats, they're absolutely horrendous. I'm gonna be honest. 84 yards last week. And a pick, I'm sorry. And then 2 weeks ago, over, I believe, 160 passing yards and 2 picks. And his QBR rating is very low. So if you look at that stats, yes, you may say, okay, Bryce Young might not be an NFL starter. But okay, we got to look at the situation at hand. We have to look at the Carolina Panthers are absolutely pitiful. We have to look at any quarterback that was there any quarterback that used to be on the Panthers and is now on a different team, they have been successful. Sam Darnold is a top 3 quarterback right now who was before on the Panthers, and Baker Mayfield used to be on the Panthers too, and now he's balling out on the Buccaneers and is a top 3 quarterback as well. So we gotta look at Bryce Young has no O-line, and every time I watch a Carolina game, he's running for his life and doesn't know what to do. So it's a 50-50 situation, but I can't blame him completely because of the situation he's stacked in.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think 18 games isn't enough, but they made that decision. And y'all got to listen to Mike because I don't know if y'all remember, but going into last year, he said this team was going to be good, and now he says they're trash. Y'all see what a difference a year makes. Am I right? Yeah, Mike. I told you.
I can't say nothing.
I told you. Anyway, next game we have Niners versus the Rams. I'm gonna start this one off. I do have the Niners winning. I think it'll be a sloppy game considering the fact that both teams are hammered with injuries right now. I think this is the game Brandon Ayuk finally does something. If he doesn't do something this game, then he's going to be put on fraud watch. But yeah, I think Niners beat the Rams. It's going to be a sloppy game, but I think it'll be a good game because Niners Rams is usually a good game. What you think, Mike?
I believe that the 49ers will win. I'm mad I'm agreeing with some of these takes with you, but some of these are obvious. I believe that because the Rams, you know, they got blown out by the Cardinals last week. It was bad. Marvin Harrison owned them in the first half. And like you
Right.
said, I don't know what it is with the Rams, but every single year, they're always hurt. Like every one of their starters are always almost hurt. So I don't know what's going on down there. But I strongly agree with you, and I will choose the 49ers. And Brandon Ayuk does have to have a good game. And that's...
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Next game. Speaking of the Cardinals, we got the Cardinals versus Lions.
Oh, that's a good one.
That should be a good one, but I do have the Lions winning because I think that they're just the better team. I think it'll be a close game. I just think the Lions pull it off at the end with their run game. So
I disagree with you.
okay,
I
you got the
disagree with you.
Cardinals
I
winning.
think the Cardinals... Kyler Murray said, look, man, y'all must have counted us out. I think y'all need to look at the Cardinals. I think that the Arizona Cardinals will get that win next week because I just simply think Kyler Murray is going to win comeback player of the year. He's been playing amazing football. Even though
Really
the first
good
week he
football.
lost to the Bills, he still put up good numbers. So I'm riding with the Cardinals on this one.
Okay. We'll have to see about that. This is another one that y'all have to look out for to see who's right. All right. And last but not least, before the Sunday night football game, the game before that is Cowboys Ravens.
I love that you left that last.
Now this is the game. This is the 4:25 game, the game before Sunday night. Y'all don't need to tune into this game. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Y'all don't need to tune into this game. You're gonna be wasting about 3 hours of your time watching a slaughter fest. But it's gonna be. I have the Cowboys winning 30-17.
Oh, whoa.
I think that, I don't know. I don't know if our corners are going to keep up with CeeDee Lamb. After what Devontae Adams did last week, it really opened my eyes to see how bad our corners play was. Brandon Stevens is not covering no CeeDee Lamb. He's about to have a field day.
They're going to put
Who you
Marlon
think's
on
winning,
him, though.
Mike? What?
Marlon on CD.
Marlon on CD? Marlon don't travel. CD be moving around. Marlon don't travel. Marlon ain't gonna travel. You know they're gonna pick out the matchups too. They're gonna be like, oh, Marlon over there? Oh, bet. We gonna have CD over here. Brandon Stevens, hey, this one of those games you just gotta buckle up your helmet, put on your, you know what I'm saying? Put the big boy pants on and just take the L, man. Just take the L.
Bro, I have to be honest with you, and I disagree with you again. You can't count your team out. Now, if y'all go 0-3, I'm gonna be like, I don't know what's going on.
No, the season's gonna be over.
I believe that y'all will win because I just simply don't like the Cowboys. Yep. I have despised the Cowboys the day I was born. I will never, ever, in any take, support the Cowboys. I will 100% support the Ravens, though. But not even just my opinion. Stat-wise, we gotta realize, Mo, that the Cowboys' run defense is absolutely pitiful. We seen what Alvin Kamara did to them last week. And yes, that's Alvin Kamara. But y'all run game, put Derrick Henry in the shotgun a couple plays, I think y'all get rolling. And I think that y'all will take advantage of that. And that's the reason y'all win. I don't think it will be a high-scoring game. I would say like 17-10. Y'all win.
Nah. I think John Harbaugh is going to make a terrible mistake. He's going to challenge some that don't need to be challenged.
He stay doing that.
He's going to waste timeouts. And we're going to lose the game. If we lose this game, and if we have a bad season, I want Harbaugh out of here. Like, I want him gone. I wanted him gone last year, but now it's getting ridiculous. It's the same thing for the last 5 years. Now, Sunday Night Football, we have Chiefs, Falcons.
Good one.
I have the Chiefs winning. I think the Falcons, do put up a fight, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Because I think Kirk Cousins is going to find his stride. Kirk Cousins, many people forget, before he was injured last year, he was a top 5 quarterback in football. But so he can really sling that rock. Pause.
I was about to say you wore one today, bro. You wore one today. I let you slide the first time, but I wasn't gonna let you slide on that one.
Shout out Kirk, man. Shout out Kirk. You know he be slinging. Anyway,
Hey,
go, Mike. Hey, Mike. You can go for who you think is gonna win. Chiefs Falcons.
I'm going with the Falcons. I'm gonna go with the upset, and the reason why is because
upset.
I'm going with the upset, of course, because I love the Falcons' offense, and if I remember correctly,
you love the way Kirk be slinging it.
Yeah, he be slinging that thing. No, he be slinging that thing. But the Falcons will win because I trust their offense, and I just want the Chiefs to lose sometimes. I'm gonna be honest.
Facts.
Sometimes
I want them to lose every time they step foot on that football field. I want them to feel pain every time they step on that football field.
So I'm gonna go with Captain Kirk on this one.
Captain Kirk, keep slinging. All right, next game. We got 2 Monday Night Football games on Monday. First off, we got the 0-2 Jags versus the 2-0 Bills. Mike, who you got?
You said the Jets versus the Bills?
The Jags.
Oh, Jags.
Jaguars.
I'm sorry. Go with the Bills. I'm not a big fan of the Jags. They've been playing tough football, but I'm gonna just keep it simple. I'm gonna go with Josh Allen and them Bills.
Come on now, y'all know how I feel about Josh Allen. I don't even have to say nothing. Come on, 3-0. Come on now. Now, last but not least, we have the Commanders versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Bengals do not go 0-3. There's no shot. The Bengals go 0-3. That'll be crazy. Now, the Bengals usually are very bad at the beginning of the season, but losing to the Patriots and the Commanders won't be very good. It won't be good. So I do have the Bengals winning that game pretty decently.
I'm going with the opposite.
No shot. No shot. You don't believe that?
I'm going with the Commanders.
Mike, you don't believe that?
I do believe that the Bengals will fall 0-3, and I believe that Jane Daniels has a breakout game.
Now, listen, I'm a huge Jane Daniels fan. But there's just no way. There's just no way. No way they do this. Listen, AFC North teams are known to, give fits to rookie quarterbacks, all right? So I don't know. I don't know if Jane Daniels has a good game in this one, but that should be an interesting game. Mike, do you have anything else you would like to add about this week?
Just watch out for them Giants.
Ain't nobody
just watch out for
nothing.
them. We're going to come up. We just need to make a quarterback change and we'll be all right.
No, stick with the quarterback.
No, we don't.
You need another receiver.
And side note, too, I want y'all to... This is for another episode and another time. But I want to ask y'all something. Who's better? Because me and Mo, when we used to go to school, back in the good old day, we used to be in my apartment and we used to say, who is better between Joe Flacco and Eli Manning?
Come on, man. That boy Joe, man. Y'all be sleep on Joe Flacco like he wanted him. Like he said, this is going to be in a future episode. Let us know if you want that episode. Because we talk about this like once or twice a month. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like we could literally just have the same conversation about this over and over and over again. One time, I'm going to add this real quick. One time we was at Mike's apartment. We sat down and watched Joe Flacco and we watched Eli Manning highlights and we compared the two. All right, we take this argument very seriously. Y'all can call me delusional, but don't worry. Don't worry. That boy Joe, man. That boy Joe, that's all I have to say. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Week 3 is upon us.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see the results. We're going to get back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe. Keep showing us love, man. Y'all been showing us love, man. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate it. Let's get us to 1K on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of things planned for y'all. We just need y'all to get us to 1K. Get us to 1K, man. It's free. We're not asking you to pay. Mike, you asking to pay?
I'm not asking them to pay.
I'm not asking them to pay. I know Zay not asking them to pay. Y'all just got to hit the subscribe button, man. But anyways, man, we out. Let's go.
Warriors about to win it today, bro. We're missing with the business. No, they're not, bro.